well, in Africa, once you start saying I'm a lobbyist, then there's a connotation of fraud,
Yeah,
corruption.
right.
It's stigmatized like, yeah, it's stigmatized like that. And I think we need to get to the point where we actually do away with such stigma and we allow lobbyists to actually lobby freely, because lobbyists actually can actually end up acting in the best interest of citizens. Because if these associations they become lobbyists, then we might end up seeing, of course, you might want certain legislations that actually majority of people don't see the same way. So, and you also need to accept that majority has to rule. But then a majority will prevail if we participate in such, right? And it's not, I'm not saying someone must wake up and write a huge document. No, just one line emailer. You're not happy with 1, 2, 3. Send it to your industry body, right?
Mm.
In my civil engineering, there are civil engineering bodies.
Does that
Whatever.
work? Is that impactful? If you, let's say, who would the property body be? Who would we write to?
It's Sapoa. The Sapoa, they're very influential.
Is it?
Sapoa is there. Yeah.
If
Sapoa
I
is
write
one
a
of
letter to them, they will look at it, they'll talk about it, they'll discuss it.
they actually, by the time you even write it there, they're already aware. If there's something that is affecting their members, they already know. That's
Mm.
what they're looking for. I mean, like, I'll give an example. There's an association for Section 12J players.
Mm.
They tried to speak to National Treasury not to can Section 12J. Can you see that they are, sorry, my bad. They are in aspects. They are not. They are lobbyists, but it's just that in South African context is not as extreme as in America,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So that's where I'm coming from to say. Remember, I'm still going back to this, but I felt
You're a
that.
politician. You would make a good politician. How to go around the question and
No, no, but
it sounds like you're working for SARS here.
no. But like the thing is, people need to understand where things comes from, so that they can be able to address them.
Yeah.
Then once you guys lobbied, remember every legislation then becomes part of a framework. So a framework are there to be able to be taxed. And individuals have got specific framework. There's a framework that individuals, it salaries and other incomes, and then other deductions, and then you get what you call taxable income, and then you get tax on it, right? Same as companies. Companies, so each taxpayer, the nature type of taxpayer will have their own framework. Then a trust has its own framework. Companies will have their own framework. Partnership, they've got a framework. Branches, what we call branches. In South Africa, we've got branches. It gets taxed differently, right? So now you might find that certain things are common within across, right? But then there are those framework, and I think I'm trying to answer your question. But what influences that framework is starting there. You need to lobby. Can you see where this whole thing coming from? And then
You need
it end up.
you need to belong to a body who has the power to go in and try and change policy, basically.
There we go. Exactly. And obviously you can't wake up and say I don't want to pay tax. I'm gonna lobby. You're just wasting your time. So it's about what any form of changes. Like for instance, I'll give an example. Né? If people recall, I'm presuming that we're speaking to people who are making money here. So if people recall, there was people who used to immigrate, and there was this thing. Someone was saying, "I'm doing financial immigration," right? So as the world and the world becoming a village, like I said earlier, people lobbied to say, why don't we relaxes this stringent exchange control, because it's not in our best interest as a country, right? It was cumbersome, it was administrative burden, right? And as a result, we don't see more foreign direct investment coming in because people feel that I don't have the flexibility of just waking up tomorrow and cease to be South African tax residents, which in this current system since the 1st of March has been relaxed and is much easier that you can just wake up tomorrow and fill what you call TCR 01 and then you apply to cease as tax resident. Previously, you wouldn't even have your bank account, access to your bank account once you cease to be tax resident because what we call authorized dealers, which are the likes of the banks, FNB, and the rest, they needed to do what? Do everything control and need to be seen to be control your affairs in the country. Can you see that people lobbied that such things that must cease to exist because it's not in favor of freedom of flow of capital. You know what I mean? It doesn't create that flexibility and freedom of movement, and it has been done away. You understand? But what I'm just trying to say is that you look at the framework as an individual, you look at the framework as a business owner to say, where are we? You know that the whole income statement, that's your framework. That's your framework. Then you need to look at that. And then if you're not happy with something, lobby from your association and then take it from there.
But now, okay, but if you say from lobbying side, let's try maybe bring it more to you still didn't answer what all we get taxed on.
Yeah, but I gave you a framework. I said the framework. The thing is, if we're going to try to go into the nitty-gritty of it will take us the next 7 years.
All
because
right.
the framework it's a lineup of items. Like I said, with individual, for instance, there will be a salary. You find this guy is getting dividend income somewhere else, is earning, he has rental properties in it. Then they'll lump everything together. Then you'll get those allowable deduction, medical aid, retirement annuity fund. What else can be there? Section 12J was there also, not, but it was at the bottom. And then what else is there with individuals? Expenses that you generated were incurred from generating those rental income. You'll be allowed to deduct those things. So it's a framework. You'll have a framework, right, for that. And then the net effect, that's what we call taxable income, then you'll be taxed on that. So that's how basically you get taxed. And then the company will have whatever nature of business that you're in. Maybe you are in social media sensation, you generating all these brands money. Then you'll have that what you call gross income, then you'll minus exempt income, then you'll minus other deductions as you go along. Maybe you spend a lot of money hiring marketing guys who understand the maximization of internet. And then that will be allowed as a deduction, then you'll get again taxable income, then you'll be taxed at that. So you know what I mean? So there's a framework. There's a framework that, but as long as you are earning income, yeah, you must disclose. Otherwise, then you are going into the hand on the side of tax evasion. Then I'm not going to be your friend.
So I think what we're getting to is what we said in the beginning is get yourself a knowledgeable power team, and one of the main people in that power team will be your accountants and your tax experts, and they'll be able to take you through, look at you where you are personally, where your income comes from, what your situation is, what your goals are, and they will set up a tax plan and tell you that these are the structures. You might need a trust, you might need a PTY, or you can do it as a sole proprietor, whatever it is. And there you can now see how you can be tax efficient.
So
I think that's and so that's that. So that will be number one, steps number one for whether you are an employee or whether you're an entrepreneur, business owner, is get the expert. Shillyboy will give us his details now in a few minutes, where to get a hold of him, and then sit with him, and you can go through the individual's details or the companies and say, okay, this is what we can do here. This is how we can set it up. All right. So I think that, because I wanted to say that as an employee and as an entrepreneur, what are overall places where people can save? But you explained that to us.
Yeah. The thing is, the nature of business also don't remain the same. What transaction you get today, tomorrow might be different, and what might apply today, tomorrow might not apply. And I think, things that I find that would be common that people should take also out of this is keep your records. And I, I, I know you might think that is not healthy, but think about it. If you go and incur 100,000 on some item that is supposed to be deductible, and you don't have a proof of it, how will you claim it? I mean, it's as simple as that. Keep records.
We need a good system of keeping, because it's difficult. They're keeping records as well.
It's not,
it's a difficult thing.
it's not easy.
Especially if you like guys like me, me, I'm a more of a out there street guy.
Yeah, but you see, that's where you need to then hire. If you can't afford hire, then outsource that component where people, you know, that you just scan. Your job is just to scan.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Your job is just to scan these things and get someone to just scan these things and you outsource them. But then it's also you are responsible to retain those documents for the next 5 years, right? So at least do that. That's the part you can do. And then people need to sit with the accountant down. Sit with the accountant, understand what's inside your transactions. And understand, like
financial statement. Why is that there? How can that
change?
Exactly. What can we do to make that less or make
exactly?
That's my questions. I don't know much, but my questions are Shillyboy. Oh, are you still here? What happened there?
Yeah, no, okay. I'm still here. I'm listening to you.
My questions are simple. Okay, how can we bring the tax down? How can we legally pay less tax? Because I personally do not want to pay a lot of tax. Right? I'm already paying petrol. I'm already paying VAT and everything. I'm already paying sugar, liquor, cigarettes, whatever it is you do. You're already paying tax. So why would you still want to pay so much tax?
No, but I think like again, and I'm like again, it's a matter of don't pay tax unnecessarily. Which I mean, what do I mean by saying that is where you are allowed by the law to claim as a deduction, do it. Right? You understand? Exercise your right that you are granted in the legislation. The legislation is there to say you are allowed for this, you are allowed to deduct that, you are allowed to do that. You understand? Then do that.
Do what you want.
Yeah, do that. That's what you need to do. Yeah, The other feeling, let's put it. Let's
I see you. You don't want me to put a negative. What's the right words? Use your nice English here. No, that's good. That's good. So I think it comes. I think the message that we're getting out of this thing is get yourself a professional that understands it. And professionals like Shillyboy and are there to save you money, because initially people look at it, I'm paying. No, you're actually saving, because let me tell you a quick story. My mother did payroll when we started in business. And because she was doing payroll for 3M for many years, she did her own tax return. And then she said, okay, hopefully she's not listening. Then she said, listen, I'm going to do the tax. I know she knows how to submit, how to do these things. Hey, we paid a lot of tax that year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we paid a lot of tax. So she knew the payroll side, but she didn't. She wasn't an accountant where she could put it together and know what is deductible and depreciation and what to depreciate and all that. So we put it, and that's when I realized,
she was fired.
Cousins, they just tell you do this or this or this.
Then she was fired. Oh wow, you're such a bad person.
And then we got an accountant.
That's very interesting. Yeah.
And I think there's a good advice that Shillyboy gave us. I think Shillyboy, we're gonna come to the end now. It's good advice for the lady Shillyboy. If you're going on a date, Shillyboy said, first, before you ask him what his 5-year plan is, ask the guy if he has tax problems.
Oh wow, did I say that? Oh wow.
You said that. he said, ladies, when you go on a date, first thing you want to ask the guy is if he has tax problems, that means he's doing something. He's making money.
Gents, I didn't say that. Like, Leroy is putting words in my mouth.
Yeah, you said that.
Oh wow. But ladies, if I score points, yes. Now, yeah, I said it. But gents, if so you get what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm in the middle with that. So
I think before let me just see what Steven says here. Shillyboy, he says, I'm putting it on the screen here. Where is it now? He said it's very intriguing subject and very broad. Yeah, I think we can go on for days. Yes. Zendile says, insightful as a student bookkeeper. I'm finding this very educational. Thanks, Zendile. David Foster says, tax compliance for entrepreneurs also unlocks access to SME funding.
That's true.
Applications for tenders, registrations to government, central supplies, to database. Very true, eh?
That's true. That's true.
Get your tax clearances and all of that. So if you're not compliant, it's difficult to get in all those spaces there.
That's true.
So yeah, I think that. So Shillyboy, maybe if you have last words on tax, I think we've almost eaten our time flies, eh? And then just tell us, where do we get a hold of you? Contact details, social media handles, emails. So if someone wants to get a hold of you and use your services.
Yeah, look, my name, I mean, I've got the public number that people WhatsApp needs, 074 589 6439, 074 589 6439, right? That's a WhatsApp number that easy to get a hold of me. It's a public number, so yeah, everyone has access to it. And then, and I'm mainly on Facebook on Shillyboy Mutiba, or like S is spelled. You can find me there. And then, yes, also YouTube. I'm big on YouTube. It's also Shillyboy Mutiba. So you are more than welcome to search me there. You'll find me there.
And there's a channel where you share information on different.
Yeah.
Different you share weekly, eh? Or weekly,
it is, man. Every day.
Every day.
Like I've got content every day because I've got the content every day. I'm live on Tuesday, 7 p.m. So so people can reach out. I mean, send me WhatsApp, then it's easier. Then I can always share the links. I enjoy my like I said, I found an art around the subject matter. So it's about performance for me. So it's a theater performance for me right now. So I think we're just having fun.
Yeah, no, thank you, Shillyboy. You know, I want to ask, maybe just send me a WhatsApp with the links, and then what I'll do is I'll push it in the comment section.
Okay, so what I'll do, let me just quickly do that. You want the
YouTube, the Facebook, the WhatsApp number. Maybe there's another number that you also anything else where we can follow you on, and then I'll just copy and paste it and put it in the comment section, and then whoever wants to get a hold of you, they've got it there.
Okay, let's do this.
More people will listen to this afterwards than the people that are live now.
Okay, I sent you the WhatsApp one. What is this? I sent
YouTube.
The YouTube, and then I'm sending you. I'm trying to send you the where I'm live. The property roundtable. Let's because I'm there every Tuesday at 7. Just hold on for me. My apologies for taking long. But I mean, we can. I could be telling you a lot of things, but just want to quickly share.
Yeah, that's why I think it's better if people follow you so they can get this daily, get it weekly. And
especially YouTube, because
we just summarize we can give it an overview, so it'll be nice to get more details.
Yeah, I sent you the YouTube link. I sent you the Property Wealth Roundtable space where I have fun there. I perform every Tuesday. And then I send you my WhatsApp number, and I perform with my guy called Brooke Bakhasen. He's an attorney notary. Yeah, we talk law, tax, and we make it fun because, like you said, you guys say it's boring, complicated, but fun enough. It's actually fun. It's very interesting. It's very mentally stimulating. So
Yeah.
let's go and have
You
fun.
really enjoy listening to you speak, listening to your things. That's when I started. It's fun. It's fun. You make it fun learning about tax and these structures and business and all.
And I'll encourage you, ne? And there's currently going on. There was what you call OECD and the G20s and the power heads of G7, right? The global countries, the top 7, and all those things, right? Once you start following those political dynamics, you'll start to realize actually tax is political. And then I think this is where now the fun part also start to start to come in, how the big multinational and companies lobby their politicians and how the politicians protect their tax bases, and it's fun. And I think this is where you start to, once you understand tax, where it's coming from, you'll understand that it's actually politics, and it's more than that's when it becomes an art. Then you start to see the art around it, and you'll enjoy it. So, out of interest, I mean, people can follow that just to look at the art of it, and they'll find it nice.
And I think another thing that I got from this conversation with you is it's a change of mindset or how you look at things, eh? Because now we were looking at it, as you said, that the government's there to punish you, SARS there to punish you. Now you're negative, you're stressed, you hate them. It's a negative emotion. Now if you start seeing, okay, it's actually there to assist me if we partner, and it's actually fun. And the more you learn, the more you can move things around, and it opens up a whole new world for you.
Yes, yes, exactly. And I like that. I like what you're saying because it's an eye opener. That the world is so big. It's you can do so much through understanding it. You understand? You can move things around. And by the way, it's not constant because it changes. Like nothing changes. Yeah, it changes. Like literally changes every day. So you need to be up to date. And as the politics changes, it changes. So those are dynamics. But anyway, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And
Shillyboy, thank you so much. I really enjoyed that. God bless you. Thank you for your time. I'll put your details in there. If there's anyone that wants, I'll send them your details. And then, yeah, man, maybe come join us in a few months or 2 or 3, whenever you have time again. And maybe we can talk about something specific, like maybe just property or something in detail, something where we can touch on.
Exactly. I'm happy with that. Yeah. I think let's pick a topic and come back maybe in the next time.
Let's pick a topic and we come back whenever you have time again. God bless you. Thank you so much, Shillyboy. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me, man. Be safe.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
Yes, bye.